2023年3月3日 Trends of Life in the New Era. Since the reform and the opening up, the energy industry in China has developed rapidly, but it has long been dominated by coal, and the transformation of energy to clean and low carbon is urgent. Since that dual carbon target was proposed more than 2 years ago, the transformation and upgrading of the industry's structure has begun to show results. The carbon dioxide emissions per unit of GDP have decreased. The installed capacity of non-fossil energy power generation has surpassed that of coal-fired power generation for the first time. The proportion of non-fossil energy consumption has increased, and the proportion of coal consumption has decreased. The development of green energy and green production is on the rise. The country vigorously advocates low carbon consumption, and the dual carbon target has gradually formed a green and environmentally friendly lifestyle. The latest strategic plan for expanding domestic demand, released by the State Council, mentions that it is necessary to vigorously promote green and low carbon consumption, improve production and promotion of green and low carbon products, promote the green renewal and quality upgrading of durable consumer goods for residents, develop energy saving and low carbon buildings, improve green PROCURENENTMECHANISMS, and increase the government's procurement of low carbon products, plan urban and rural infrastructure construction, with the concept of green, low carbon, and circular economy, promote green travel, and develop urban public transportation. Returning to THECOUNTRYSIDE for entrepreneurship, a shortcut for county-level youth to achieve self-realization. 2022 is the final year of the National Rural Revitalization Strategy Plan under policy support. The development of rural industries has been rapid. There have been 140 advantageous and characteristic industrial clusters, 250 national modern agricultural industry parks, more than 300 agricultural industry strong towns, and more than 601 village, one product, demonstration villages and towns. The coordinated development of urban and rural areas ensures a more secure rural life, expands rural domestic demand, and gradually improves basic medical equipment and education. In terms of rural modernization, villages are gradually urbanizing. County-level industries are continuously upgrading. New business models that cater to urban consumption are being introduced, and the rural economy is gradually becoming more diverse, creating a good atmosphere for returning to the countryside for entrepreneurship. Returning to the countryside for entrepreneurship is the result of modern youth voting with bare feet. The revitalization of rural areas has triggered a wave of returning home for entrepreneurship, promoting the upgrading of rural life. By 2025, the plan is to cultivate 1 million rural entrepreneurial leaders and attract 15 million returnees to start businesses in rural areas. As of April of this year, the number of returnees and entrepreneurs in various fields across the country has exceeded 11 million. Young entrepreneurs returning to the countryside have promoted the prosperity of rural industries and improved the living standards of rural life, accelerating the pace of rural ecological livability and civilization. Silver hair life, social construction for the elderly to rely on. The aging problem in China is becoming increasingly serious. According to the 7th census data, in 2020, the population aged 60 and above in China was about 260 million, accounting for 18.6%. It is expected to enter the aging technological development stage by 2022 and enter a moderately aging society in the 2040s. China's aging problem presents the characteristics of large-scale, fast growth, significant regional differences, and high social care pressure. It is expected that by 2050, the number of people aged 60 and above in China will reach 490 million, accounting for 34.6% of the total population and a quarter of the global elderly population. At the same time, cities are attracting young people from rural areas. Rural areas are seriously aging, and the income, medical care, and pension levels of the elderly are generally low, and the social care pressure is high. The current supply system of elderly care services in China is based on home-based care, supported by community care, and supplemented by institutional care. However, faced with fragmented elderly care resources and diversified elderly groups' needs, The integration of high-quality and low-quality elderly care services in the region becomes a test. Community elderly care services generally have single functions, low information technology levels, and low levels of professionalism. Due to the current situation of management and operation separation and insufficient market openness, it is difficult to integrate and upgrade elderly care services. The future trillion-dollar silver hair market needs systematic, personalized, professional, and information-based elderly care service support. By 2050, the size of China's elderly products market will reach 100 trillion yuan, accounting for 33% of the country's gross domestic product. The government and service providers need to work together to improve the legal system of elderly care, clarify the functions of the government and the market, improve the professionalism of services, strengthen information technology, establish an information-based elderly care service platform, and promote the intelligence upgrading of health and elderly care services. Metaverse, cross-team companionship. Metaverse is a virtual reality network world supported by AR, VR, 3D technologies. Recently, provinces across the country have issued plans to develop metaverse, such as Zhejiang and Henan, and policy supports the rapid construction of metaverse. The development of metaverse meets the needs of companionship for the elderly. The intensification of aging has led to social isolation, which greatly affects the physical health of the elderly. Research results of JAMA Network Open, a top medical journal in the United States, show that social isolation and loneliness increase the risk of cardiovascular disease in elderly women by 8% and 5%, respectively. If both are recombined, the risk will rise to 13% to 27%. In addition, people living in elderly communities also face varying degrees of cognitive impairment and are more likely to suffer from depression and Alzheimer's disease. Rendeavor uses VR technology to create new life experiences for the elderly, allowing them to reintegrate into the world and participate in interactive scenes with their families through the platform. Rendeavor's success has shown the world more possibilities for the landing of metaverse, allowing more manufacturers to focus on providing social interaction, entertainment, and leisure experiences for different age groups through metaverse technology to meet their cross-team companionship